She thought she was buying peace, a quiet house, a fresh start. But 3 months later, her son got sick. The water smelled off, the grass died, and the city said nothing. This isn't a story about real estate. It's a story about what happens when the land itself turns against you. Rachel, single mom, 2 kids, moved from California to Texas in 2025, sold her condo in San Diego, bought a 4-bedroom house outside Houston, $289,000. It felt like a steal. She wasn't chasing luxury, she was chasing safety, space, a backyard, a place where her kids could breathe. She thought she was escaping the madness, the prices, the traffic, the noise. Texas felt like a reset. She wasn't alone. Thousands moved in. The headlines called it the Great Migration, but no one talked about the land. Rachel's house backed up to a wooded area, quiet, peaceful, until her neighbor said something strange. "You know, this used to be an industrial site, right?" She laughed. She thought he was joking. But the next day, her son had a rash. The water smelled like metal, and the grass turned yellow. She called the city. They said it was fine. She called a plumber. He said the pipes were new. She called a lawyer. He said, "Check the deed." The deed had a clause, a quiet one. It said the land was once part of a chemical storage site, decommissioned in 1998. No active contamination, no disclosure required. But that's not the whole truth. Pattern interrupt number 1. Decommissioned doesn't mean clean, it means forgotten. Rachel found a map, a red zone. Her house sat on the edge. The EPA had flagged the area in 2002, but the flag was removed in 2015. Why? Texas is booming. Dallas is the top new home market in the U.S. Builders are buying down mortgage rates. Inventory is moving. But the volatility is real. Month-to-month swings, location-specific risks, and hidden histories. Houston, Austin, San Antonio, all growing, but some neighborhoods sit on old bones, industrial bones, and the news doesn't talk about it. Pattern interrupt number 2. The land remembers, even when the paperwork forgets. Rachel joined a Facebook group, Texas Buyers Beware. She found 14 other families, same symptoms, same neighborhoods, same silence. One family sued. They won, $42,000 in damages, but the developer appealed. The case vanished from the news. Rachel didn't sue. She moved. She sold the house at a loss. She never got answers. Texas is still a land of opportunity, jobs, growth, space. But the land has a memory, and some places carry scars. The news talks about prices, it talks about taxes, it talks about migration, but it doesn't talk about the soil, the water, the quiet clauses in old deeds. Pattern interrupt number 3. You don't just buy a house, you buy its history. Rachel's story isn't rare, it's just hidden, and that's the real risk. Before you buy in Texas, don't just check the price, check the past, because what the news isn't telling you could be buried right beneath your feet.